Change is complex, and each change project presents challenges and hurdles to successfully completing it. Whether adopting a new tool, restructuring your organization, or rolling out a new process, employees often experience an emotional journey during change, which can significantly hinder your initiative's success. The Kübler-Ross Change Curve provides a framework for understanding these emotional responses and helping leaders guide their teams through change more effectively. In today's video, we'll explore the Kübler-Ross Change Curve, its stages, and practical strategies for supporting employees at every change process step by using lessons taken from the change curve model to drive change adoption. The Kübler-Ross Change Curve was introduced in 1969 by psychiatrist Elizabeth Kübler-Ross in her groundbreaking book On Death and Dying. Originally, it described the emotional changes people experience during grief. Over time, this framework was adapted to explain how individuals respond to changes in various contexts, including the workplace. Whether it's a technology rollout, organizational restructuring, or process updates, people often experience a similar emotional journey as they adapt to change. The Kübler-Ross Change Curve is often visualized as a bell curve or a wave, showing the progression of emotions over time across 7 key stages, which are shock, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, experimentation, and acceptance. These stages aren't always linear. Employees may revisit earlier stages or experience multiple emotions at the same time. However, the model provides a helpful framework for understanding and addressing resistance to change. To better understand the change curve, let's break down its 7 stages, starting with shock. The initial reaction to change is often shock or surprise. Employees may feel blindsided, especially if the change wasn't communicated effectively. Denial. In the denial phase, employees may downplay the change or believe it won't affect them. This resistance can slow initial progress. Anger surfaces when employees begin to realize the change is real. They might express frustration, blame leadership, or resist further. Bargaining. During bargaining, employees might try to negotiate or compromise to delay or minimize the change's impact. This is a critical phase for building trust. Depression. Depression occurs when the reality of the change starts to sink in. Employees might feel overwhelmed, unmotivated, or unsure about their role in the new environment. Experimentation. In this phase, employees explore the new situation and test how they fit into the change processes or system. And lastly, acceptance. Acceptance is when employees fully embrace the change. They've adapted to new processes, tools, or roles and are ready to move forward. So, how can leaders support employees through these stages? Let's look at some strategies for each phase of the change curve. Shock and denial. Communicate early and often. Use clear messaging to explain the why behind the change and address concerns head on. Anger. Acknowledge frustrations and provide a safe space for feedback. This helps employees feel heard and supported. Bargaining. Offer reassurance by clarifying goals, timelines, and expectations. Reinforce the benefits of the change to keep momentum. Depression. Provide resources like training, coaching, or wellness support. Tools like What Fixes in-app guidance can reduce stress by simplifying workflows. Experimentation. Encourage experimentation by offering hands-on training and celebrating the small wins. Foster a culture of learning and adaptation. And lastly, acceptance. At this stage, focus on maintaining momentum. Use analytics to track adoption and continue providing support where it's needed. Let's look at some examples of the Kübler-Ross Change Curve in action during workplace transformations. Our first example being a CRM rollout in a sales team. When a sales team adopts a new CRM, sellers may initially resist a change due to being more familiar with legacy processes, not understanding how a new CRM could actually help them sell better, and not having the skills to quickly take advantage of a new system. This represents the denial stage. Leadership addressed concerns through workshops and in-app guidance helped ease frustration. Over time, employees began experimenting with the CRM's features, and eventually they embraced it, fueled by watching their early adopter peers who use the system's capabilities to help them close more deals. Our second example is organizational restructuring. During a corporate restructuring, employees face uncertainty or shock. Transparent communication and one-on-one check-ins helped mitigate their fear or depression. Change champions guided teams through the transition from experimentation. We all know change is inevitable, but resistance isn't. By understanding the Kübler-Ross Change Curve, leaders can support their teams through the emotional journey of transformation, ensuring smoother transitions and better outcomes. With tools such as WhatFix, you can empower employees with contextual in-app guidance and just-in-time support, helping them move through the change curve faster and with confidence. This accelerates the overall adoption of change initiatives while reducing negative consequences. If you'd like to see how WhatFix can support your organization's transformation, visit our website or schedule a demo today. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos on how to design, manage, and successfully execute organizational change projects.